What's up, YouTube? jDantastic here, and we are playing Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Prepare for the attack of the Saiyans. It is a quest. We have to defeat Gohan and Piccolo. That is what we are tasked with. Thank you. Huge shout out to Rhymestyle again for letting me use his PlayStation 3. We are going to destroy Yamcha for using his PlayStation 3 to let me play the beta again this time around, which is awesome. I have some more footage this time around too. I've captured quite a bit today, so that's good. Like I said, we're murdering Yamcha. Camera angles here are a little messed up. Okay, can't really see myself, but that's fine. Doesn't really hinder the fighting at all. Boom, kid! Welcome to the fight, Yamcha. Yamcha, you just got Yamcha'd. That's how it works. I'm liking the game quite a bit. This is so, you don't really need me to tell you about the quest. The quest is obviously we're battling because we're preparing for the attack of the Saiyans, obviously pretty self-explanatory. And in the game, you know that we're supposed to make the timeline progress forward, so right now we're fighting the Z Fighters so that whatever is supposed to happen, happens, and that's the way that it works. But I had a little issue with the game, so when I first got over here, I was talking to Rhymestyle, and I was like, yo, you know, I need to get better at the game a little bit, so that I know what I'm doing when I start playing, because I don't really know the buttons that well. I need to get used to them. I haven't played them that much, and we got to finish out TN here. And then I think that's it for the quest. I don't know, I haven't played this yet. Oh, I guess not. It's a portal or something? Maybe? I have to go through the portal? Sure. So I'm talking to Dino, and I'm like, you know, I need to do some training. And he was like, oh, that's cool. There's an offline mode. You can just play against the computer. You don't have to be really good to do that. So I'm like, all right, I'll play some offline mode. So I'm playing it, and what? How do I get through this? Oh, okay, there we go. So I'm playing it, and I'm getting wrecked just over and over again, consistently beaten and beaten and beaten and beaten. And only when I play as Rhymestyle's created character do I actually stand a chance to do some damage and stuff. Oh, okay, there's Gohan. So we're going to just wreck him really quick. So I'm getting wrecked over and over and over again, unless I play with Dino's created character, which is what I'm playing with right now, by the way. It was the only way I could do any damage, and I couldn't figure it out. And I was getting really frustrated because the button layout is a little difficult. It's kind of difficult to grasp. And so, you know, I'm starting to get, you know, gamer rage. And I'm like, this game is stupid. I hate it. It sucks. It's terrible. It's the worst game I've ever played. I'm getting really upset. And so Dino's like, you know what, let me show you how it's done. Let me show you how to play this. And I'm like, you know, I'm embarrassed. I'm like, ah, man, I'm not the greatest at fighting games, but I'm pretty good, especially Dragon Ball Z games. I like to think I'm all right at them. And so, you know, I give him the controller, and he starts playing, and he's like, you know, what the heck? And he's not even doing that well. He's doing a little bit better than me, obviously, because he's been playing the beta a lot longer. KO, Gohan! KO! He's been playing the beta a lot longer than I have. So he's got some more experience, so he's obviously doing better than I was, for sure. But he still was having trouble keeping up, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? This should not be that hard. I don't understand why these guys are so difficult to beat. Well, it turns out that for some reason, I guess it's because the game is still in very early stages, that those offline characters are just hard for no apparent reason, because now that I'm playing the quest, I know what I'm doing. I can teleport around. I can use the moves. I'm actually beating the computer. I played some online matches and played some other people online, and I won every single match. So, you know, I guess that offline, boom, kid. That's what happens when you get finished. What does this mean? Warning. I got an equipped new enemy. Oh, snap. Look, it's Goku. So this is where the power is coming from. I'm joining in. All right, so now we got to take out Goku. That's fine. So I guess training in offline mode, since it was so hard, like, over-prepared me for what it was like to play actual players online and to go through the quests and stuff. So just a heads up, if you're going to play the beta, make sure you know that the offline mode is incredibly difficult, and it's probably not anything to do with your skills, probably. It's just for some reason that's a little difficult, so hopefully they get that taken care of. Or maybe they wanted the offline mode to be a little bit hard because they don't want it to be too easy, so people think that the game is too easy or whatever. I don't know. That was my little upset moment there. I was ready to give up and just be like, you know what, I'm not even gonna get Xenoverse. I hate it. But obviously that wasn't true. I would still get the game and just try to work on my skills. But now that I'm playing this, as you can see, I'm doing pretty well. There we go. I'm knocking Goku around like he's a piece of paper here. Oh, see, I can teleport around and do different attacks and stuff. So I'm not terrible at the game. I don't know what happened. I guess it was just the offline mode threw me off a little bit there, but whatever, it happens. How's that Kamehameha to the face? Does it taste good? Does it taste good, Goku? Another thing, so you notice there, I'm having trouble with the dashing a little bit. I don't know. Again, you know, the game is still in really early stage. Would you stop blocking? There you go. Jeez. The game is still in early stages, so it's difficult for me to actually. Would you stop, Goku? It's time for you to die. And actually, yeah, now that we kill him, I'm going to go ahead and there we go. Okay, I'll finish the story. I'm going to cut to the next quest here in just a second. Here we go. Alright guys, here we go with the second quest of this. This is Saiyan Blood. We have to defeat Piccolo and Goku this time around. So what I was talking about was the dashing. It's hard for me to dash at the who I'm locked onto. Piccolo, you know what? I'm going to have to destroy you. It's hard for me to dash at the person that I'm locked onto. It doesn't fly straight at them like in Budokai Tenkaichi 3 when you were locked onto the character and you would just dash. You would just automatically fly straight for the person and oh no. Ooh, look at that teleport. See? Woo! I didn't really get too many punches on him, but that's alright. There we go. Look at that meteor crash. I missed. You would just automatically charge at them, and in this game, that's not the case at all. You don't really charge directly at them. It's kind of hard to aim at them, and you got to fly around and stuff. But that meteor crash is epic. I love it. Dino's created character is pretty amazing. He's definitely put in some work on the beta here to level up his character, and he's doing really well against online people. He's lost like 3 times or something like that, so that's cool. Let's go. Come on. Uh-oh. Don't hit me, don't hit me. Oh, okay, I don't know what he did. There we go. Have a special beam cannon, Piccolo. How's it taste to your chest? Ow, 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 ow. So we're gonna go ahead and finish out this quest. There's only 2 quests available in the beta, and that's all there is to it. But they're pretty fun. I mean, it's pretty cool to get a sense of how the game is actually going to play as far as like whatever the story mode will be. I'm assuming. And just kind of how it pans out. And then, oh my gosh, it's really cool to see the battlefield in action. There's a bunch of characters flying around. In this one, I think there's like 5 or 6 characters flying around, and you can, ooh, look at that, teleporting out of attacks. Oh no, but I walked into it. How does Kamehameha come backwards? That's not cool. But it's pretty cool to see, everyone on the battlefield going at it and all that kind of stuff. So the game is definitely a lot of fun. I've come down from my rage mode. I understand now that it's probably just something to do with the beta or whatever. So we're going to go ahead and finish off Piccolo here. And that's going to do it for this quest. I'm just going to go ahead and do the outro because it's almost over. I don't want to bore you guys with the aftermath of the fight. Look at that special beam cannon. Oh, he got out of it. So if you guys are enjoying this, if you're so super hyped for Xenoverse like I now am, now that I know the game is not impossible, I don't know, whatever, something to do with the beta, make sure you hit that like button. If it's your first time stopping by my channel and you want to see more Xenoverse coverage, let me speak, make sure you hit the subscribe button, stick around with us, have some fun, and as always, I will talk to you all in the next video. Later. Hey, we got that B rank. Peace.